Did you ever hear the one about the guy who walked into a bar and ended up adopting a chicken? No? Well, buckle up, because this is not your average poultry tale. Meet our main character, an average Joe. After a day that felt longer than a Monday morning meeting, he figured why not end it on a high note at his favorite local watering hole. But this wasn't just any other night. Oh no, this was the night he'd make an unusual friend. In walks Colonel, not a man, but a chicken. Abandoned by a previous patron, this feathered fowl had made the bar its home. And who was the first person Colonel clucked towards? You guessed it, our unsuspecting protagonist. Maybe it was fate, or maybe it was just the spilled beer on his shoes. But a bond was formed that night. And that's how, on a random Tuesday, our guy ended up with a chicken sidekick. But hold your horses, the story doesn't end there. Now you might think a man and a chicken would have little in common, but you'd be wrong. As it turns out, our man and Colonel, the chicken, had a shared love for action movies. Imagine this, a man and a chicken sitting together on a comfy couch, munching on popcorn and engrossed in the latest blockbuster. It's not something you see every day, is it? Colonel wasn't your average chicken. She had a flair for the dramatic, often mimicking the hero's moves on the TV screen. Our man couldn't help but chuckle at her antics, and soon, these movie nights became their cherished tradition. Through these shared moments, a unique friendship blossomed. They may have been an unlikely pair, but they found joy and companionship in each other's company. It was a bond, a camaraderie that transcended species. So, our guy and Colonel became the best of buddies. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. Now, here's where the story takes a turn for the heart-wrenching. The city council, in their infinite wisdom, had decided that farm animals within city limits were a no-go. Now, our protagonist was faced with an unthinkable task: saying goodbye to Colonel, the most charismatic chicken you'd ever meet. A bond that had grown stronger with each sunrise was about to be severed. But here's the funny part. As they prepared for their final farewell, Colonel, in his unique chicken-esque way, began to cluck. Not just any cluck, mind you, but a tune that sounded suspiciously like a mournful ballad. Was it a coincidence, or was Colonel truly expressing his sorrow? We may never know. The farewell was as emotional as you'd expect from a man and his chicken, peppered with laughter at Colonel's melodramatic clucking. And just like that, our duo was separated. But don't worry, this story has a silver lining. Remember when I said this story has a silver lining? Well, here it comes. Our protagonist, having bid a tearful farewell to Colonel, the chicken he met in a bar, could not bear the parting. So he decided to take a leap of faith, moving to a quaint farmhouse on the outskirts of the city. Yes, a place where he could legally keep Colonel and live life on his own terms. And so, the day arrived. The sun was setting, casting long shadows on the rustic landscape, when our man and his chicken had their joyful reunion. Picture this, a man and a chicken running towards each other in slow motion, like a scene straight out of a heartwarming movie. It was a sight to behold, a testament to their unusual yet endearing bond. They settled into their new life, each day filled with laughter, clucks, and a whole lot of eggs. So, that's the tale of a man who walked into a bar and walked out with a chicken. Remember, life is full of surprises, and sometimes they come with feathers.